The WWE Universe is spiraling into utter pandemonium as Monday Night Raw erupted into a brutal, all-out war that may be etched in history as the most vicious betrayal the company has ever witnessed. A state of emergency, Code Red, has been declared, and the once impenetrable bloodline is crumbling before our eyes. Paul Heyman, the cunning strategist who orchestrated Roman Reigns' reign of dominance as the tribal chief, has unleashed a verbal onslaught that has reverberated through the entire wrestling world. In a move branded as the most scathing and disrespectful insult ever directed at Reigns, Heyman has shockingly aligned himself with Seth Rollins and his newly formed, terrifyingly formidable faction. This devastating betrayal didn't just wound the bloodline, it aimed to obliterate it entirely. Heyman's defection was punctuated by a merciless assault on Jey Uso, a loyal pillar of the bloodline, executed with chilling precision by Rollins' new alliance, which includes the monstrous Bronson Reed and the explosive Braun Breaker. This faction, under Rollins' shrewd leadership, has declared open warfare not only on the WWE roster but on the very legacy of the bloodline itself. Their first act was a savage beatdown of Jey Uso, a scene of pure chaos that left the arena in stunned silence. Bronson Reed, now a destructive force unleashed like never before, soared off the top rope with a bone-crushing tsunami splash, sending Jey crashing through the announce table in a moment of sheer devastation. As the crowd reeled, Seth Rollins seized the microphone, his voice dripping with venom as he mocked Roman Reigns' absence, taunting, "Roman doesn't have the guts to face us." The arena erupted in boos, but the true dagger came when Heyman, with an icy demeanor, stepped forward and delivered a line that cut deeper than any physical blow. "The one true chief is missing in action, and after tonight, so is Jey Uso." The horror escalated as Reed dragged Jey's battered body toward the steel steps, preparing to deliver another career-threatening tsunami splash. Just when it seemed salvation might arrive, Solo Sikoa's music blared through the arena. But in a shocking twist, Solo was restrained by his own allies, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Hikuleo, who stood in his path, their silence speaking volumes as they allowed Jey's destruction to continue. This act of betrayal within the bloodline exposed a horrifying fracture, signaling the collapse of Solo's leadership and the disintegration of the faction's unity. As Raw went off the air, Jey lay motionless, the Rollins-led faction stood tall, and the WWE Universe was left grappling with the fallout of a moment that wasn't just shocking, it was historic. Let's dissect the chaos. First, Paul Heyman has transcended his role as a manager to become a master of psychological warfare. Armed with intimate knowledge of Roman Reigns' psyche, he's dismantling the bloodline with surgical precision, exploiting every vulnerability to tear apart the empire he once helped build. Second, Bronson Reed has evolved from a monstrous competitor into a catastrophic weapon in Rollins' arsenal. His annihilation of Jey Uso wasn't just a physical assault, it was a statement, a warning to anyone still loyal to the bloodline. Third, the refusal of Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Hikuleo to aid Solo Sikoa reveals a deep-seated distrust within the bloodline's ranks, a fracture that threatens to doom Solo's leadership and unravel the faction entirely. Fourth, Roman Reigns now faces an existential crisis. His silence, once a strategic power move, is being weaponized by his enemies to undermine his mystique. Backstage reports suggest Roman is seething, meticulously plotting his retaliation, waiting for the perfect moment to strike back with unparalleled ferocity. As if the stakes weren't high enough, whispers are circulating that WWE is preparing a seismic twist, the potential return of Jacob Fatu, a force of nature whose arrival could shift the balance of this escalating war and serve as the ultimate weapon in Roman's arsenal. Social media is ablaze, with hashtag #WhereIsRoman trending worldwide as fans speculate whether the tribal chief is orchestrating a thunderous comeback or if his empire is truly on the brink of collapse. Heyman's calculated betrayal, paired with Rollins' vicious faction, has left the bloodline in tatters, Jey decimated, Solo's leadership faltering, and Roman's legacy under siege. Yet, if Roman Reigns returns, it won't be as a mere competitor, it will be as a force of vengeance, poised to reclaim his throne in a blaze of glory. The WWE Universe stands on the precipice of a seismic shift. Will Roman Reigns rise from the shadows to crush the traitors who dared to dismantle his empire, or has Seth Rollins already secured checkmate in this brutal game of power? If you believe the tribal chief will return with fire and fury, drop a fire in the comments. If you think the bloodline's reign is over, let us know below. Buckle up. Hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because when Roman makes his move, it will shake the foundations of WWE history, and you'll want to be here for every earth-shattering moment.